Berlin University of Applied Sciences. Together with my colleagues at Mania Group, we would like to welcome each and everyone to the Virtual Global Admissions Fair 2020. And really pleased to be part of this session today. And I believe with the help of my colleagues at Mania, we will be able to help you to find the best possible solutions for your academic requirements. So over the few slides, we will be able to let you know what about the programs we offer, the range of services, and what kind of opportunities you can get after your studies in Germany. I live in the north part of Germany, that's in the city of Hamburg, and I'm living in Germany since 2017. So at the end of the session, if you would like to have some sort of questions apart from the university sector, like some sort of questions about student life, please ask me. Please feel free to ask once the session ends then. So with further ado, we'll just get into the presentation. So let's have a quick look at the agenda today. We will focus on some information about SRH, why study in Germany, our study programs, visa application, the application process, and ending up with the Q&A session. So about SRH, that would be the first slide for today. So some of you might be wondering, what is SRH? SRH is the abbreviation for Stiftung Rehabilitation Heidelberg. We are a non-for-profit organization which has its seat in the southwestern part of Germany, in the city of Heidelberg, which is around 45 minutes from Frankfurt. Heidelberg is located in the state of Baden-Württemberg as well, which is probably students would be able to know that Stuttgart is one of the top most areas, which is also home to the world famous automotive mobile manufacturer Porsche. So it's in the same state as that. We have a diverse portfolio of businesses within our back. So we started with a non-for-profit organization as a rehabilitation center. Then we have entered into healthcare, education, and higher education. That's where the universities come into place. So SRH started its university or the higher education vertical in the city of Heidelberg. And then we have several locations already in place with Reitlingen, Osterschwinkel, Ham, and Gera. And speaking about SRH Berlin University of Applied Sciences, we are the largest private university network in the northern part of Germany. And we have 3 campuses in total. You see in Berlin, and then we have Dresden, which is 2 hours from Berlin. And it is 2 hours to the Czech Republic and capital of Prague as well. And then here, the Hamburg, that's in the northern part of Germany, where I am located. If you can take a train of around 4 to 5 hours, you can reach Copenhagen directly from here. So Denmark is somewhere here. So we have 6 schools in total as well that I will show you in the next slides. Let's give you a brief introduction about SRH Berlin University of Applied Sciences. We have our beginnings back in the year 2001. And as we speak, we have around 2,100 students from different nationalities, approximately around 99. We offer 53 study programs in both English and German, and we also partner with 92 universities across the globe. So these are the different schools we have under the SRH Berlin University of Applied Sciences. In Berlin, we have 4 schools in total. Berlin School of Management and Berlin School of Technology, where the engineering and the computer science or the MBA programs are run in. Then we have School of Popular Arts, focusing on the artistic programs, and School of Design and Communication. There are several programs like strategic design and design thinking. These kind of programs are available here. And then we have Dresden School of Management, and the latest one to our portfolio is Hamburg. Accreditation would be one of the first questions that might be coming to a student's mind or a parent's mind when they choose a private university in Germany, because there are many public universities, and what kind of accreditation an university holds. SRH Berlin University of Applied Sciences is a state-accredited private university. This is the logo for that. It's Wissenschaftsrat. That's the German Council for Science and Humanities, which is the accrediting body for all the universities in Germany, including public and private. We are accredited in the year 2015 for a maximum duration of 10 years, which would be possible for any other university. So then a re-accreditation process happens at the end of 2025 for another 10 years. So with the Wissenschaftsrat accreditation, we have the same validity for the degrees as a public university when it comes to employment or permanent residency, or when it comes to immigration part, everything remains the same. And several of our programs are also FIBA accredited. That's the Federation of International Business Administration accreditation. Some of our programs are premium with the gold seal. Why studying Germany? Because you have a lot of options to choose from. And what makes Germany so attractive to international students? So Germany has a seal of quality, whether it's ranging from automobiles, machines, and everything. It bears a seal of quality, and our education system is of no exception. The qualifications we provide are recognized in Europe as well as across the world as well. And Germany is one of the countries with one of the lowest unemployment rate as well. Within the European Union itself, it's only just 3.1% out of the 82 million people living there. And even with the COVID-19 pandemic, the federal government has assisted the companies with billions of euros to support their businesses, which means that the economy is not slowing down in the near future as well. And this is a country where it has the same kind of well-developed infrastructure you see in the northern end of the country, and also even the south end of the country as well. So that can only be witnessed once you travel to the other European countries as well. And I've been living in Germany since 2017, and there hadn't been one time where I faced some sort of an hostile environment here, which is quite safe compared to the other big cities in Europe. And even though some of the cities are quite famous across the globe, like Berlin or Hamburg or even Frankfurt, it's not that expensive like the big cities like Paris or London. So you can always have an economical way of living here as well. And all of the students who complete a degree in Germany, they will be able to get 1.5 year of stay back. And they are allowed to do 20 hours per week working part-time during their studies as well. And this is a country where it treats everyone as equal. So, the system is quite transparent. So you do not feel that you are treated separately because you are a foreigner. And it has the same democratic values for each and everyone, even it's for Germans or international people. This is a ranking from study.eu, which ranks Germany as the #1 destination for the attractiveness for the international students, based on certain parameters such as employment options, the quality of the education, immigration aspects, how we can settle in a country. So these are the factors which were taken into consideration. And the first is us, Germany, then it comes to the UK, and then third comes France. Studying at SRH would be another important topic which you would be having, because there are also a lot of private universities or a lot of options you could choose from, and what sets apart SRH from other competitors. We follow the core principle, which means that all our study programs are sort of divided into 5 weeks blocks of intensive training, which means that you are tested and tried with several competencies like intercommunication skills, presentation skills, teamwork, and working with live case studies and projects. So these sort of things are quite important for you when you finish your degree and enter in the job market. So this is the alignment which we are doing for the past 2 to 3 years. So that's the core principle is all about. So all our programs as an University of Applied Sciences are designed in a way that we complement the German labor market, and we identify there is a gap that could be filled in another 3 to 4 years. So all the programs are based on the requirements of German labor market, which means that once you are done with the program from SRH, you will be job ready. So that's the sort of competencies we are building with the help of the students during their programs. And we have practical oriented education. That's the heart of our education, and all the classrooms are around 15 to 20 students max. So you will be having a one-to-one association with your professor, and rather than spending a classroom of 100 plus 120 students in a public university where you won't be having that sort of attention. And with the rapport with your professor, there are chances for you to get into projects because all these professors teaching at SRH must be having at least 5 years of industry working experience. So they work with multiple companies parallelly along with their teaching. So you can get into one of those positions as easy as that. And then we understand that German is one of the important aspects you should be having if you would like to settle in this country. With that in mind, we provide free German language for all the students. If you're an absolute beginner, you can start with A1, and if you're taking a 2-year program, you can finish with B2. Or if you are already having A1 or A2, then you can join the subsequent level at the university without any additional costs. Let's have a quick look at Berlin. Berlin does not require any sort of introduction. It is the capital of Germany and also the largest city in Germany with 3.5 million inhabitants. It's also a student-friendly city with more than 175,000 students studying at 40 plus universities and research institutes. There are almost 80 libraries across the city with a footfall of 9 million visitors every year. And it is also one of the areas where you can enjoy your time here. There are 300 plus hotels, guest house, and multiple bars and restaurants you could enjoy your time here in the city. And there are also around 2,000 sports clubs. Even though this is the capital and biggest city, this is one of the greenest cities in Europe as well. Here are a few glimpses from the city of Berlin. Let's have a quick look at the programs. For bachelors, we only have one program at the moment, and because of the fact that we require 13 years of education from India. That's the problem with the bachelor programs. Otherwise, you should be having a GCSE A-level or IB diploma. If not, if you are a 12th graduate and if you complete 1 year of university education in India, then it's sufficient. So this is the only one program we have, and the tuition fee for that will be 5,100 euro per semester. We need a 12th plus an IELTS 6.5, TOEFL 87 or Duolingo 95. We can accept students who studied from an English background, then they can provide us with a medium of instruction certificate as well. So this is a 3-year program. When it comes to management, we have a wider portfolio here. For the Master of Arts program, we have International Management and Entrepreneurship. These two programs are possible for students from any background, like, for example, from business background or engineering background without any sort of experience or any business background, you can apply for these two programs. The International Management and the Entrepreneurship programs are 2 years and 4 semesters each. Coming to the MBA programs, we have the MBA General Management and MBA Healthcare Management. These programs are of 18 months duration. Students from any background could apply, whether it's business or engineering or any program, provided they have at least 2 years of full-time working experience post their graduation. That is must. But it necessarily not to be in a management sector. If, for example, if you're an engineer, you work as an engineer for 2 years, then you can apply for MBA General Management. Healthcare management will be more suitable for students from nursing, pharmacist, or like medicine background, but not limited to that. If you are like sort of a business professional, you would like to change your career towards healthcare, then you can also take this. The requirements for these programs are we need to have a bachelor's degree, a motivation letter, and good English language skills. Primarily IELTS, TOEFL, or Duolingo, but a medium of instruction certificate could also apply to these programs. And MBA, as I mentioned, it's requiring 2 years of mandatory working experience. The fee would be 6,450 per year per semester for the master's program in international management, and for the MBA program, it would be 7,200 per semester. This is for 3 semesters, and the master's program is for 2 years, 4 semesters. School of Technology, it's one of the really popular schools at our university, which has the most variety of programs. Let's have a quick look at it. For the computer sciences background, we have Master of Science in Cybersecurity, Big Data and Artificial Intelligence, and Software Engineering, all these in Master of Science category. Then coming into supply chain management, we can have again a program with a Master of Science degree. I'll quickly update you with the requirements for the computer sciences program. We are looking for graduates from BSc IT, BSc Computer Science, or BCA, MCA, or Bachelor of Engineering or Technology in Computer Science or IT for all the computer sciences program. And there is a growing trend in India that probably students study mechanical engineering and then they work in one of these sectors. In that case, if you are having a 6 months of relevant experience in one of these areas, if you did not study computer science for your bachelor's degree, you can still make an application. Coming to supply chain management, again, students from business or engineering background can apply. Supply chain management has its own importance in Germany because it is a landlocked country with 9 countries surrounding it. So there's a huge potential for supply chain management and logistics in this country. And also when it comes to IT, it is the second most employable industry after mechanical or the automobile sector. So pretty good scenario for Indian IT engineers here because that helps you to settle your life here in Germany quite faster. And then comes to engineering, we have all our programs under the degree title Master of Engineering. It's not like, you have engineering management and ends up with a degree title Master of Arts. Here, it's not the case because we teach real engineering here in all the engineering programs. And that's why we kept the title Master of Engineering. So we focus on renewable energy, water and waste management for the first program, where we are looking for students from civil engineering, mechanical, electrical, chemical, or even agricultural engineers can apply for the renewable program. The importance of this program is quite significant in Germany because we are going to get rid of all the nuclear power plants by 2022 and coal power plants by 2030. So which means that there is a huge requirement for alternative power sources. So we need professionals for that as well. So that's the important factor for this program to be introduced. And also energy and water and waste management is also major concerns here in Europe. And then comes to the mobility and automotive management, which again does not require any sort of introduction, that Germany is an automotive hub. And here the importance for this program is we are going to have fully electrical vehicles by end of 2030. So we won't be having any IC engine vehicles on German roads. So this is quite an attractive option for students who would like to work with electrical car development and production. So there are multiple options available to branch out once you graduate from this degree. Then it comes to digital industry and industrial automation, where we are focusing on Industry 4.0 technology. Germany is leading the world with Industry 4.0 and Internet of Things, IoT technologies. So many of the multinational companies have adopted this kind of cyber physical systems, which ensures that the production lines are carried out pretty well without any sort of human intervention as well. So huge opportunities for electrical, electronics, mechanical, or even civil engineers or computer science engineers can also apply. Same with mobility and automotive management. Students with mechanical, civil, electrical, or even electronics or computer science background students can apply. Last but not the least, we have the digital building infrastructure program. This is good for civil engineering graduates, where we are focusing more on the construction and development of smart homes, where we employ open platforms such as KNX to customize customers' requirement for building their smart homes. So this is the program which is quite in line with civil engineers, but not limited to that. Even mechanical engineers or electrical engineers who would like to change their sort of careers can also get into this program. So requirements, we have a slightly higher requirements for all the programs listed in the previous slide, like the computer science, supply chain management, and engineering. We have a minimum requirement of 6.5 CGPA, a consistent academic performance through study program. A strong motivation letter is always important for this all the study programs, because if your percentage, if it is less than like 8% or something, if you have a pretty good motivation letter, you can get through the application process. And then we also require IELTS, TOEFL, or Duolingo as a mandatory requirement. So one of these would be required. IELTS, the score is overall. We are not looking for the individual band score. The tuition fees for the program is 6,450 per semester, and it's a 2-year program. Hamburg, it's the second destination I would like to emphasize. Hamburg is the second largest city in Germany with 1.8 million inhabitants, which is also home to the third largest container seaport within the European Union, which means that it is offering 163% of the national average of Germany's GDP. People will mockingly say that Hamburg has the most number of Porsches in Germany. It is pretty true that people who are employed here are getting at least 15 to 20% higher salary than they get in a city like Berlin or Frankfurt. So the city is pretty rich, but it's pretty economical also in terms of finding an accommodation. It's not that expensive. It's again a student-friendly city with 100,000 students and also having 35 plus libraries with over 3 million footfalls. It's again an entertainment capital of the northern part of Germany, which is also home to the world famous brands such as Mobilov, and Nivea is also based in Hamburg. And some of you might be knowing that Airbus, the aircraft manufacturer, is also having a base at Hamburg, and also it is home to the European headquarters of Facebook and Google, which are 2 minutes walk from the university. So it's centrally connected. So Hamburg is surrounded by ocean and several rivers. So it is a really beautiful city. I've been living for the past 2 months here, but I'm already fell in love with the city. I'm liking it sort of better than Berlin somehow. Yeah, let's have a quick look at the programs. We have 3 programs for the next intake. That's International Business and Leadership, Software Engineering Master of Science, and Supply Chain Management Master of Science. All these programs will be now starting with 30 to 50% scholarship, depending on your academic performance. So if you are having a pretty good profile, we can offer 50% scholarship up for the first year tuition fee, or maybe you can start with 30% as well. So for the International Business and Leadership, students from business background can apply for a direct entry. That means BCom, BBA, or BMS, Bachelor of Management Studies. They can apply directly for this program. Non-business background students can apply with 6 months of management or technical experience. So if you're an engineer, if you are sort of managing some team or something, that experience will also be considered. So for this program. And software engineering and supply chain management, you have seen, it's the same programs what we offer in Berlin with the same requirements. We have 6.5 CGPA for both these programs, and we require IELTS or TOEFL or Duolingo as a mandatory document. International Business and Leadership, however, does not require IELTS or TOEFL. You can apply with a medium of instruction certificate. So the applications are now open. So if you have any doubts, then you can always contact the Mania team. They will be able to help you with the scholarship applications as well. These are the information in detail about the program. Maybe I can skip this. You can get the information within the program website as well. So the application is similar to what I have shown before. It's so for software engineering, we need to have a bachelor's degree in software engineering, computer, or business information systems, or provided you have a different engineering degree, and then you can apply with the additional 6 months of working experience in the software sector. International Business and Leadership does not require any experience if you are from a business background or non-business background with 6 months of management experience. Supply chain management, again, students can apply without any experience from either business or non-business background, provided they have minimum 6.5 CGPA. The last part would be for Dresden, which is on the eastern part of Germany. And again, it's 2 hours from Berlin, which is also 2 hours to the the Czech Republican capital of Prague. So if you can take a train like 7 o'clock from Berlin, you can reach Dresden by 9, and 11 o'clock you can reach Prague as well. So it's quite convenient if you're a travel geek. So we have our beginnings back in the year 1994. And then at the end of 2019, we have incorporated this as Dresden School of Management under the SRS Berlin University of Applied Sciences. We have around 360 students studying at our campus with over 18 employees and over 30 lecturers. We have 1,200 plus internship partners for our programs. So for the management programs here at Dresden, in English, we only have the only one program. This is for the bachelor program. It's International Hotel Management. This is a 7-semester program aiming at students who complete their 12 plus 1 year of university education from India, or like if you have a GCSE, A-levels or IB diploma, you can get into this program directly. 1 semester for this program would be a paid internship as well. The tuition fee per semester would be 4,500. On an average, it will cost you around 7 lakhs rupees a year. And for masters, we have 2 programs. You have seen the International Business Leadership Program in Hamburg. Same program is also offered here, and also with Hospitality Management and Leadership. For the International Business and Leadership, same criteria. You have to have a business degree or non-business degree with 6 months of working experience. Here, there's a slight reduction in terms of the tuition fees, because Dresden is a place where you have one of the best economical way of living in Germany. You can get an accommodation for around 200 and 250 euros per month in Dresden. So that's why we have to align the tuition fees according to the market. That's why we have a lower fees, but the requirements remains the same for the other program. Then it comes to the hospitality management. So students from a hospitality background, they can apply for a direct entry to this program. If you're from a non-hospitality background, you should ideally show us a proof that you worked at least 6 months in a hospitality sector, in any sector within the hospitality industry. And we have a huge network of partners providing you with internships during your studies, because 1 semester out of the 4 is internship, whether you can get it in Germany or you can look for an opportunity within Europe as well. We would be able to help you with that. So the next intake would be starting in April instead of March, because we have now aligned that all these semesters will be starting in April and October instead of September and March. So you can make the application by the end of January. But as soon as possible is good, because with respect to the visa appointments, this is the major task for the students. We can process the application faster, but you have to get the appointments at the embassies or the consulate pretty much in advance. So once your documents are ready, please apply as soon as possible. Through Mania, they would be able to sort you the document part and help you get the admission papers as quickly as possible. Okay. So the application process is quite simplified. We have an online application portal. So Mania will be taking care of that process. They collect all the documents from you, and then they will be making the application on behalf of you. Then once we receive it, and we will be having a sort of evaluation, and some programs like the business programs will be having a Skype interview with the program directors for at least 20-25 minutes to get to know about the student in person. And after that, we will be issuing with an acceptance or a rejection letter. Once you have completed that, you need to pay 3 months of tuition fee in advance as a security deposit, along with an enrollment fee, with which you can apply for a visa appointment at the embassy or a consulate. In case if your visa is rejected, we will be refunding the entire amount what you pay as a security deposit. So we are not keeping any of your money if in case the visa is rejected. So the visa process, everybody must be knowing that you have to apply from your home country. It will take approximately 4 to 6 weeks and may take up to 12 weeks as well, depending on cases. And after arrival in Germany, students have to exchange the residence permit, the entry visa to a residence permit. We have our own visa service team at our campuses. They will be able to help you with that. And quick overview about the student visa regulations. As a student who is coming to Germany, even if it's for a bachelor or master's program, you can work 120 full days or 240 half days per year. Technically, it's 20 hours per week, and the minimum per hour rate you can get is around 9.5 euros, and it depends on the company you work with. And after the graduation, all the students can get 1.5 years of stay back. And then once you finish your degree, and if you get a job here in Germany, and if you work for 2 years, that means 24 months, you can apply for a permanent residency in Germany. It is really fast, and which is one of the fastest PR options across the globe for students. It only takes 2 years. And some cases, if you have a blue card, then you can get the permanent residency within 21 months itself. So it's even faster. So let's have a quick look at the advantages at glance when you study at SRH. We have an excellent teaching quality. As I mentioned earlier, that all our professors are at least having 5 years of industry working experience. We have an innovative study model called as CORE, which is a competence-oriented research and education methodology. We have small learning groups with over 15 to 20 students. All the programs what we design are practically oriented, which means that you get the relevant working experience, how the German companies are operating, and which will be helpful for you to get into a placement quite faster. And all the programs are designed in a manner that, it's international in scope. It's not just designed for Germany, but even if you are looking for a career abroad, it holds the same distinction. And we have a dedicated career services department working really close with the students to help them to find internships as well as full-time positions. We also have a startup community without university. And as per law, as a student, you can either work in a company or you can set up your own business right after you graduate. So we have a dedicated team working to help students who would like to become entrepreneurs without taking any additional costs from the students. So we can set up with the logistics for that. And we have our own library facilities at all our campuses, which is well equipped with all the resources which are required for your study. And this is a place where you can have the familiar atmosphere, because you can find in your nationality itself, like there are a lot of students from your nationalities, and also the team are quite friendly to help you with your issues. And the transportation links are something which has to be mentioned about, because in Germany, the connections to public transport are pretty smooth. So it's not a big deal if you stay around like 30 to 35 minutes from the university location. It's not a problem. You will be either connected with a bus, tram, or underground station close by. So that's not a problem as well. And that's it from my end for today. And thank you once again for Anmol and his team at Mania. Thanks team for this wonderful opportunity to engage with the students. And students, if you have any sort of queries pertaining to SRH, its applications, its programs, please feel free to contact them. If I have their phone numbers over there, and you can just make a note of it. And if you have further queries, you can ask me. You can unmute your mic, and then you can ask any questions if you have them. Thank you so much for your patience, and looking forward to your questions then. So Anmol, if you're listening, shall we go ahead with the chat questions first, and we'll be taking the yeah. So there are a lot of questions here. So let me see from the beginning. So Rina had asked a question that she had completed BCom in 2008, right? Okay, so if you have sort of experience, you can apply for the MBA programs. But if you would like to go for the operational side, then I would suggest you to go for the International Business and Leadership Program at Hamburg or International Management Program in Berlin. These are the programs which will be suitable for you, which will be having certain modules in finance and accounting as well. But we are not having an exclusive program just for accounting and finance, because we are having a holistic approach towards all the study programs. We are not specifically looking for accounting. but there are certain modules which you can take in this study program. Next question. PhD, we don't offer any PhDs, Avik. I'm sorry about that. For Kaushik had asked which language the education is provided. All the programs are provided in English language. There are no German language courses we are providing. Of course we are, but it's only for German nationals. Yes, Karthik had asked the question whether we have a specific CGPA requirement. Yes, Karthik, we have a 6.5 CGPA requirement for all the engineering, IT, and the supply chain management programs. It is 6.5 overall. We don't have any undergraduate program in mechanical engineering. Any other chances if you don't have 6.5 CGPA? Harsha, unfortunately not, because the professors are quite strict in terms of getting the students with at least a 6.5 CGPA. You can apply with them with one of the management programs if you are interested to go about. Like with an engineering degree, with a management specification, it would be one of the best fit you can employ when you apply for a job here in Germany. FISA had asked, can 12th grade students can apply directly? We cannot accept students from the state or the central boards from India directly if you are a 12th graduate, a 12th grade student. But of course, we can take it if you're a GCSE A level holder or a IB diploma holder. PhD, Vanshika, we do not offer that, sorry. Living expenses, Deepali had asked, it depends on which location you choose and what kind of accommodation you choose. For Berlin, it would be around 500 to 550 per month. If you're in a shared accommodation, you can even lower that. In Dustin, it would be around 400 or 450. That is quite cheap. Karthik had asked, do you follow the credit requirements strictly? Yes, for the engineering and the IT programs, yes, we follow the overall requirement to be 6.5 at least. Yeah, Anik, you can contact the team at Mania. They would be able to help you with this. You can see in the screen as well, the number. Jivida had asked, is there any GMAT cutoff while applying for MBA? For MBA programs, GMAT is not required. We only require 2 years of working experience, that's all. So is public universities free of cost for international students? Yes, public universities, some of them are free and some of them are paid as well. Okay, any other questions? Yeah, Vanshika, I think for PhD options, I think you need to contact the Mania team directly because I don't have a further option to help you with that. Same with Tanu Jain. If you're looking for a PhD, then please contact the Mania team directly. Architecture, Ananya, we don't have the programs in architecture for bachelors. Human resources, we only have it in MBA, not in a management sector. If you have 2 years of working experience, Jivida, you can apply for MBA in HR as well. Shyam had asked the question, Masters in Artificial Intelligence, IELTS of overall 6 and a proficiency certificate. Can I get an admission? If you have a 6.5 CGPA, then you can apply for that program, but IELTS 6 would not be sufficient. You can apply initially, and before the class starts, you can submit your updated IELTS certificate as well. That is possible. You can apply with the 6.0, but before you start your program, you need to have at least 6.5. Or you can apply with Duolingo, which is faster, and it takes only 2 days to get the result. So that you can try as well. So we can do masters in India and PhD in Germany. It's quite possible. There are a lot of people who do PhD here. And Vivin had asked, is it necessary to write GRE to get into SRH or any other universities? For SRH, it's not required. It may be required for some other university. What about student life and sports in the university? Student life, we have a lot of community activities here. Like if you're from the Indian community, we have a strong Indian community here as well. But also there are multiple variety of opportunities you can get into the city. It's not just within the university. There are a lot of opportunities you can engage on once you are here in the city. And sports, there are different university sports available as well. There are groups which offer football and also badminton and several other sports as well. Karthik had asked about, so my second question was not about the CGPA requirement. The course stated it requires some specific credits in computer science and mathematics for automotive management. Like if you're from mechanical engineering, you do not require any sort of specific programs. Deepali had asked, we are, what is a QR ranking for SRs? We do not take part in rankings. And to give you an idea about the system, how it works in Germany, the employers are not looking for what rank the university have or which university you study from. That's sort of my experience, seeing certain individuals just getting into an employment. There are employers who are looking only for the skill set of the applicants rather than what they have studied and which university that have studied. It may be a different case in the UK or US where the university reputation or rankings are the key, but we don't have that kind of people to support with the unemployment scene here in Germany. So it's there are a lot of people who are skilled and proficient enough to get into a position, even though they are not from a so-called top-ranked university. So that's not a concern here. Do we need block account if you are able to get the scholarship? The scholarship is only for the study program. Definitely you require a blocked account for your visa purposes. That is absolutely important. Kaushik, we do not take part in university rankings as such. Somebody had asked, so whether the student studied in Germany can find job in India after graduation? Of course, yes. And Indian students are the second most group of international students coming to Germany every year. And it's been like 20,000 students this year in 2020, which means that, the demand is growing and there's a range of opportunity for them to get into one of the positions here. So that's not a problem. Is it a good decision to study human resources in Germany? Of course, yes, Jivida, it's a good decision as well. Yeah, if you are able to manage things pretty well, especially people, it holds a certain importance here as well. Akhil had asked, Akhil presently pursuing a final year in Culinary Academy of India, Hotel Management. I want to do a PG in UK. So could you please guide me about so team at Mania, please take care of Akhil's request. He would like to look for opportunities in the UK. Karthik, 6 GPA, IELTS, and 6, 2 internship in India, and 1 implant training in Germany. Is it possible? It is difficult, Karthik, with the CGPA because they are quite strict, even though if it's like less than 0.2%, they don't normally take that in. So I have no problem with you applying, but the chances are slim. You can make an application. That's not the problem. Deepali had asked, what is the salary of students who are completed their Master of Science in Engineering? It's start with somewhere between 50,000 to 60,000 euro per annum. And it can vary between companies as well. If you're working in a company which is located in Hamburg or Munich, probably you can start your career with 60,000 as well. Yeah, that's the starting salary you can get after you finish a master's degree. Requirements for MBA, we require students with at least 2 years of working experience. That can be in any sector, it necessarily not to be in a management sector. Where can we find part-time job in Germany? What kind of job we should work with? Yeah, if you are from a certain background, like you're an engineer or an IT graduate, you can work in the same field itself. There is no restriction to that. There are people who take the positions called as work student. It's WERK student, which means that they work in companies like 20 hours per week, and yet they get around 1,100 to 1,300 euro per month doing a proper job. Yeah, it's not like the job you can get it in a supermarket or the other things, but you can work in any department. Like if you would like to work in a department store or clothing store, that's also fine. But you have the option to work as a work student, which means you can work in good companies, yet you work in only 20 hours per week as well. I had a German subject in our bachelor's course. Can this help in admission process? No, none of the programs require German as a mandatory thing. It would be good for you to help you with your social engagements here once you arrive. Apart from that, German is not required for any of the programs. Any other questions? If you can unmute your mic and you can ask me directly, it would be more convenient. Deepali had asked electronics and communication. You can apply for automotive management or digital building infrastructure management. Also, yeah, that's also possible. Or maybe industrial automation. That's also something which you can pursue, Deepali. On top of that, if you have some sort of subjects learned in computer science, you can either work in cybersecurity, big data, or software engineering if you're interested. Anik had asked proficiency of up to A level, A1 from Goethe Institute. Will it help me in searching for a job after completing the study? No, it won't help. You need to have at least B1 certification if you would like to work in some sort of core engineering or core groups. So for that, we offer free German language courses at the university. A1, before you come to Germany, it would be really good, to start talking to your peers, and also going into a supermarket or things like that. You can read basic stuff and ask for directions. That will help. Sham had asked, after getting admission in any German university, does visa process require IELTS? I don't think so, because IELTS is always a university requirement, not a visa requirement. Sir, how was the education in Germany about online class sections and any changes in education system due to COVID? As you know, every part of the world was closed during the initial few months. We had to close the university in the month of March as well. And then we have started our university lecturers from the month of July. It's still going on. There is no restriction for that. Deepali had asked automotive management related to automobiles. Yes, mostly to electrical car development and its production. And there are also certain modules pertaining to robotics or artificial intelligence as well, and also self-driven cars as well. So there's a huge requirement for electronics engineers as well for that program. Yeah, if you would like to work in automobile sector, then yeah, you can still apply. Karthik had asked, I have 7 CGPA, IL 6.5, 3 internships, and 1 patent project, go with the A1. German is not at all mandatory for all the programs. So it's only the IELTS or TOEFL or the Duolingo which is required. German is not at all required. Experience, Dipali, no experience is required. Like if you had learned, some sort of modules, you can get into the information with pertaining to the requirements specifically in the program page. If you have that, you can make an application. There is no experience required for the engineering programs. Only for the MBA programs we require experience, or like for example, if you are from a mechanical engineer and if you would like to go for one of the IT programs, then only you require 6 months of experience to make us understand that you have some basic knowledge about the stuff you are going to study. No, absolutely not. German speaking students, no, people who arrive here in Germany, we cannot expect them to have, speaking German from the day one. You are having 2 years of study here in Germany. By the time you can master the level of B2, it's not even 2 years are required. But since we provide language courses for free as well, you can take the advantage of that. It is not a big task. It's only that you need to find some time to invest and to be more focused on learning the thing. Like it's more about having a skill. If you can have the sort of interest to learn a new language, you can pick that up faster. History of areas. It's not that a problem. We also expect that the students can fail in few subjects, but it's not a problem. Apart from the tuition fee, there is a one-time enrollment fee as well. It's of €900 that you pay together with the security deposit. That's a one-time tuition fees, enrollment fee you have to pay. Nothing other than that. Yeah, then you know that you require a blocked account, which is mandatory for all the students. We do not have accommodation on campus. We provide accommodation with the help of our providers within like 25 to 30 minutes from the university location. A blocked account is an account specifically for German visas. You have to open an account in Germany or here in India with Kotak Mahindra Bank, where you need to block an amount of €10,332 to show the embassy that you have sufficient funds for your stay in Germany. It's only for 1 year. You're welcome. Yes, students, if you have further queries, please contact Manu team respectively in the numbers shown in the slide, and also you can check with their website for more information. Yeah. Thank you each and everyone for their support today, and yeah, wishing you good luck with your career prospects for the next intake, in fact. Thank you.
Thank you, Ajit. Thanks everyone.
Yeah, thanks a lot.